Today I'm taking all the scariest characters from the latest Poopy Playtime game, Chapter 4, and recreating them in Lego. First, let's build Yarnaby from this official knockoff box I bought. He has a horrifying mouth and a very cute head. I wonder how he'll look in Lego. Oh wow, it came pre-built. So I see a body with legs and a movable tail. I bet he likes to be in this video. But what about the head? It's like the most important thing, actually. What? I don't see any pieces for the head. Wait, are these huge parts supposed to be a head? No way, guys. Let's try to put them on. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect that to work. Now the eyes, and it's done. Look, he even has teeth in his mouth, like in the game.
That's a lot of damage.
Wait, I just realized that in the game he also has hair, and ours is bald as a rock. Not that rock, this one. So the only thing I can do now is to craft his hair myself. I'll use my mom's yarn for it. First, let's cut them nice and long, chop them up, then we'll take a glue gun and very carefully, wait, I said very carefully, so very carefully, we need to apply glue and stick hair by hair, all of them. Ta-da! It's done now. Look at him go, all proud and dumb, just like in the game. Now let's build Doughy. He's made out of dough, but I'll build him out of Lego. So he's all colorful. That's why I'm taking minifigures of different colors. I have yellow for his right arm, orange for the left arm, blue for the head and body, and this short guy for his red legs. Now we just need to put them together. And it's done. Now for his belly. We can use the same Play-Doh to make a nice, cute belly for him. Now we just need to use an extra instrument to make it look great. Wow, that looks great. Finally, we need a hat. And I have a lot of them. What about a pirate hat? Cowboy hat? The one from Minecraft? Actually, I have this tiny one. It looks just like the one from the Wonka movie, and it fits perfectly. But it's the wrong color. So the next step is painting. I'll start by painting his hat blue, then add some colors to his body. I'll use orange, red, and yellow. Look at him, so accurate! Okay, I just realized he doesn't have eyes, so he keeps falling on his belly all the time. Let me draw them on. I need to be careful here. Done! He is so cute! Or is he? Okay, Pianosaurus. It's a very important character in the game that combines a piano with a dinosaur. And luckily, I have this dinosaur minifigure. I think his head looks exactly as we need it. We can put this helmet on the white head, and the only thing we can improve are his horns. We can paint them. Left one with red, right one with yellow, and middle with blue. Okay, with that out of our way, let's build his body. He's literally a Pianosaurus, so I'll take 1x1 plates to form a piano and green bricks for the rest of the body. And these sus pieces will go as his hands. But he's too flat now. So for his back, I'll attach like a backpack piece. And on top, I'll put some rainbow tiles because he is very colorful. And finally, we can draw a piano inside his mouth. Now he actually looks just like in the game. Look at him go! But sadly, our dinosaur can't make any noises, and that makes him the loneliest dinosaur in the world. That's why I bought this special Lego brick that makes noises when you press this button. Let's put Pianosaurus on it, and finally listen to what he's got to say.
Yes, clearly slithering.
This brick is actually from a Harry Potter set, but hey, it's still better than nothing, right? Now, let's recreate all the best scenes from the game with Pianosaurus. First, I'll build a corridor with a broken floor with wires and pipes. So, Pianosaurus appears, and he is killed by Doughy. No, seriously, that's the only time he was in the game. Now let's build a safe haven, since that's where Kissy Missy brought us. I'll start from the walls, and using these hinges, you can create a curved effect. Since in the game room is not just a square. They also had these tents, where creatures can rest. So I bought different Lego tents, like this one with stripes, and this one is green. And believe it or not, these are official Lego pieces. Inside the tent, I will place beds, and look, Poppy is resting on one of them. And for the light, I will use this long string with studs for light bulbs, as they were similar in the game, that I'm connecting to the pillars. Now, the player can enter through this door, and to make it more fun, I made it so it can slide open. Prototype, the main villain of the game. And in Chapter 4, we finally solved the mystery of how it looks. So it's time to build it in Lego. And believe me, he will be huge. I'll start from the legs. We saw in the game that they're similar to mechanical spider legs, just like the one I built, and can bend in all directions.
Wow.
So after building a bunch of them, here's how they look. We also saw his hands, and in order to build them, I'm using a lot of these very sharp, spiky pieces as nails. Here are the fingers, and after connecting them to the hands, here's what we've got. But one thing he's still missing is his body. And for that, we need a lot of bricks, cause he is huge. So that's exactly what I'm building right now. This will be the world's first reveal of the prototype. You ready? Ta-da! It's an Ollie, if you're living here. Now this little bastard can prank you all day and pretend that he's someone else.
Stay where you are. And listen closely.
They're asking you. Can you take it?
Hello?
Ma'am.
Dude. And now for the most iconic character from Poppy Playtime, Huggy Wuggy. In Chapter 4, he appeared again, so I want to recreate this scene starting by building Huggy Wuggy himself. He has long and very bendy legs, and same for his arms. He pretty much can move in any direction. Look, he's like dancing or something. But the scariest feature is his head, so I built it. Wait, this one's not scary at all. Nope. Let's take it apart and start over. With these scary teeth with cursed eyes and a big smile. There you go, much better. Now for the scene. I'm building a large field of red flowers. That's probably where the gas was coming from. There's also a bridge over the field that leads to the door. Now the player can go to the computer, press the buttons, and look at the door's window. Thank God this door is there. So, there were also nightmare critters. They're basically the same smiling critters, but with angry expressions and sharper teeth. Something like this. So here's me building Baba Chops, with a skull necklace on his chest. Here's Icky Licky, Raby Baby, and she's like a bat because she has wings. Alistair Gator, and I used a bone piece for his necklace. Simon Smoke, and here's what he looks like. Poe, Ratatouille, and finally I gave a tail to Maggie Mako. Now let's simulate a war between smiling critters and nightmare critters. In the game, you could find them in these cages protecting batteries. So, using a lot of these grill pieces, I built 4 cages. And in each of them, I'll put a battery and a critter to protect them. Now you just need to collect them all. The next character is the Doctor. Basically, it's a brain that's connected to a bunch of robots, so let's build the brain part first. So I built these 6 similar panels, and by using a sideways building technique, you can connect all of them in the form of a ball. Now for the brain itself. I'll use bubblegum. Wow, why does it look so good? Now, behind the Doctor, there were like a million TVs, so I built all of them on this frame using different TVs, monitors, and boxes with grills that look like static noise. Let's put the brain in its place. It looks beautiful. And finally, let's build robots with TVs on their heads. And it's done. I used a blaster for a knee, and on the head he has an eye. Is it a dog? Is it a robot? I don't know. But why does the guy look exactly like the TV man? Okay, now that we've built it, we also need to destroy it. So, first you need to run away from the robots. Then collect all the batteries. And then an explosion happens. Next, Miss Delight, that stalks you when the lights go out. And her scariest feature is her face. So, let's take a drill and start sculpting her beautiful smile first. Her smile comes off satisfyingly. Now, when it's done, we can paint her face. I'm starting with the mouth. Then we can add red paint for blood on her face. And after the finishing touches, we have a very accurate Miss Delight. Now let's give her a barb, and boom, she's done. She still looks better than my math teacher. And I crafted an actual real-size barb. Let's test it on someone.
Not again.
Our next monster to recreate is Doughy. He was shown pretty brutally in the game, crucified in a jail cell. And without legs! Wow, that's creepy. So, let's start by building a replica of a jail cell. Using tiles for the walls and adding some chains for accuracy. Okay, now Doughy himself. He has pretty big paws, big eyes, and the best part, huge fluffy ears. He looks like a really good boy now, but not like in the game at all. So let's make him look a little more accurate. Let's place the puppy on the cutting board. Yeah, I'll use this knife to cut his legs, but please don't call PETA on me, guys. Okay, now he's lore accurate. And here are some tiny smiling critters I made. Wow, aren't they adorable with all their colorful trinkets? I'm sure they won't hurt anybody. Okay, they look too much like cockroaches, and since I like Doughy so much, let's help him. It worked! Now, when I bought some time for Doughy, let's give him a healthy dog treat full of calcium. good as new. For the bonus round, I wanted to recreate some memorable death scenes, like Mommy Longlegs getting sucked into a grinder machine. So, to cause some damage, I'll use this innocent-looking garlic press I stole from my kitchen to simulate being swished to death. I rate it as a pretty sticky way to die. Moving on, Huggy Wuggy's death when he falls down the catwalk. So I built this unstable bridge and a similar looking box. So now let's simulate the death scene. And finally the part where Catnap is killed by the prototype. So for that, I'm building a prototype hand. And actually, it looks pretty cool on its own. It doesn't really do anything. Okay, plan B, let's recreate the electrocution moment. And for that, I will attach these sparklers onto Catnap. Okay, everyone is dead now. Let's continue with the video. Next, let's build Mommy Longlegs. She's all pink with orange hair, and I have these two minifigures. One with orange hair, another all pink, so let's just combine them. Wow, it worked. Now let's paint her face. She has this very friendly mouth and huge eyes. I think I'm an artist. She also has a dress and gloves, so I painted them. Look, she went to catch the sun in order to dry the paint out. Now she looks finished. But what about her legs? They're too short. She's more like Mommy Short Legs right now. And in the game, she's famous for having very long and thin legs. What about using long spaghetti as her limbs? First, let's stuff gum inside her legs. I think it's stuck there forever now. And now we can add spaghetti. And for the hands, we can use these sour candies. Wow, she looks like Mommy Longlegs already. Okay, it doesn't hold on very tightly, but it looks like she can stretch just like in the game now. Is it close enough, guys? The answer is no. Because this one is not scary enough, so let me build a big one out of bricks. So here I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 joints for her long arms. This will be her legs, and you can already see that they are very flexible, just like in the game. I'll cover her belly with this big dish piece, and we only need to build her head now. I made her hair from these long pieces, and finally, her big eyes. And look, she has a sausage instead of a mouth. Wow, this one is very big. And very scary. So let's recreate this scene where she's chasing the player down in the long corridor. Okay, somebody give him a new pair of pants. What about building the most huggable monster ever? Huggy Wuggy himself. And I already have a Huggy Wuggy minifigure, but I think I played too many horror games because this version isn't scary for me at all. OMG, I just realized he actually has hands with fingers, and I put them in the wrong order. But anyway, I'll build Huggy Wuggy from Chapter 3 when he appears from the TV screen. And I already prepared all the parts, so we just need to click them all together. His whole body is a bit warped in the Nightmare version, so I'm giving him a lot of joints for legs and arms to mimic the look. But the most cursed thing about him is his face. Just look at the amount of teeth he has. Oh my god! So here's his lips and eyes. Wait, now he looks like a granny Huggy.
Back in my days, kids were actually afraid of me.
But I also have a lot of teeth, and I actually feel like I'm a dentist right now, but it's taking forever. That will be an infinite amount of dollars, please. And now I present to you a very thick-looking Huggy Wuggy and a beautiful set of teeth. And to recreate the actual scene, let's build a room with a radiator, fire extinguisher, this old school TV, and for the final touch, the Huggy Wuggy cutout in the corner. Now when the player goes close enough to the TV...
Welcome home.
I don't want to look at this. Thank God it was only a nightmare. Our next character is the most mysterious one, because all we know about him is his voice.
My name is Ali. Nice to meet you.
So I'll just build this phone from the game using all the red bricks I have. Black studs for this smiley speaker, antenna, and for some reason this phone has eyes, so I'll also build them. Now the phone can stare at you. And for the buttons, I printed the exact replica from the game, and after sticking them on the phone, we got Ollie!
Hey, there's someone else in there too. They're not yours.
I think it's for you.
Oh,
The next scene I want to recreate is this sad one, where Kissy Missy is looking at her younger self. Starting with the room part, I'll build a small bedroom with colorful tiles on the walls and 2 beds. And now for her minifig. I got this knockoff one for a couple of dollars. She looks quite harmless if you ask me. Now Kissy can look at herself in despair. Oof, I'd be sad too if I looked like that. But let's try to cheer her up by throwing Kissy a party. I'll build a cheerful room with these translucent parts for the walls. Firework decorations, a disco ball, and of course, speakers, and invite Kissy to the party. But sad faces are not allowed, so let's build another version of Kissy, this time a happy one. I also invited Jax, Pepe the Frog, Creeper, this random guy, Mega Minion Jerry, this creepy dude, and who's this?
I'm Batman.
But the best part is that if you turn off the lights and use this UV, the whole party room will start to glow. Okay, I spent like 40 bucks on it, but not gonna lie, this looks sick. Next, I will build your favorite character, Catnap. He's a cute purple cat that likes to put kids to sleep. And wears this nice moon as a necklace. Wait, this one's wrong. It's from when he was a child or something. Hold on, let me give him some food.
Yummy, yummy.
Okay, then I will build this huge version of Catnap. Starting from these spikes on his back, and they are actually sharp. Then let's build his head, with these funny ears that swivel a bit. And here's his necklace. And we also have this nice big smile and eyes, just like in the game. Now, limbs. They need to be long, so I'm using a lot of joint pieces. Now, that's all the parts I need to build a Catnap, so we just need to click it all together. Wow, that's kinda cursed. Okay, let's try again. Okay, now I think I got it right. Ta-da! Wow, it looks hella creepy with these long limbs, and here's his necklace. Although I think they forgot to put one of his nails. And to go with Catnap, I want to recreate how he kills with his iconic sleepy gas. So cover your noses, guys. No, not this gas. We will need to use a smoke machine for this one. And I built a basement from this scene, filled with boxes and conveyor belts. And now we can just leave our player here, and let's see what will happen when the room fills with gas. As a quick bonus round, let's test these 2 versions of Catnap I accidentally bought and see which one will win the fight. On the right, we have a nightmare version of Catnap. It has a long, flexible tail, insanely creepy mouth, and it's kinda crusty. On the left, we have ordinary Catnap, and this one, for some reason, doesn't have any eyes. He looks like he's staring into your soul. Now, let's see which version will win the fight. They started fighting and immediately lost their limbs. And now the head. Oh my god, I've never seen a cat fight like this.
He needs some milk.
I want to thank you all for watching this video to the end. Please go check out my other videos. Take care. Bye-bye.